Greetings and good morning. Welcome to a terrific Tuesday. That's right, it's That Park Place Live coming up next on a terrific Tuesday, immediately following this show, which is abbreviated on Tuesdays and Thursdays to make room for Morning Magic, followed by WDW Pro Live with the Procast. Woof. Got some stuff to cover over there. I got to tell you, Disney is digging a hole, and that's all right by me. Keep digging. Butterbiscuit is out there this morning. All of you have returned to normal. I can read your names, and I am grateful. We've got Caradwin out there. Angela Richter, of course, the most talented man on the internet, and maybe the world. Andy Masterson. Juliet is here. Great to see you, dear. Thanks for joining us from across the pond. We've got Mr. Cat is back. Putin's Cat is out there. We got everybody's favoritist, Polar Bar, Snurpoopiskewer. We got a bear story. 2 bear stories at the end of the show today. Swift -1. Matt G is back and better than ever. Griffin is back. He says, I know the activism cult would rather blow up the world than see reason. But can the rest of humanity finally see it as a cult? It is, and kindly tell them, please be quiet. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I was hoping you had some history for us today. If I missed it, I'm sorry. But I'm just grateful all the names are back. We've got great mods in the chat like Tom F. We've got Ms. Pick Cafe over on the Green Machine along with the beautiful Deeple. Crazy White Boy. Be Mo Better. Gonna be Mo Better. Tobach. Unfortunately, we have no weatherman as of yet. I hope he's all right. And I want to say special thanks to Gollum for being here yesterday. I missed it again. Oh no, Griffin, I am so sorry. Sometimes if it's posted too early, it doesn't show on my side of the equation, but darn. Yeah, I think the chat started after you'd posted that. So, oh well. Brian and Cindy are here. Tender Warrior 68 is joining us today. Great to see you. Beach Dad, what's up, my friend? So great to see you. We got a few other folks out there. Frank's here, of course, and so is Penny. Another great mod out there, of course, is the wonderful Jill Powers, the River Daughter, also known as Dr. Jill. Carl Singh is joining us this morning, and so is our favorite, or one of our favorite, Canadians. Randall Orzer up there, otherwise known as the Canadian crazy guy. What? Rolling the Wretched. I don't know why that fell on my head for a moment. Getting old. Good to see you, Tobach. Who else is out there in the world? While very protective eyewear has existed for thousands of years, modern sunglasses were considered to be invented in China on July 1, 1200. They were made to hide emotions. Well, okay. If any class of citizenry needed it, probably when you were going through the Cultural Revolution, I'd imagine those have been very popular, considering you're being placed in hell on earth at that period of time. Great to see you, RJ McGreedy, and of course, Mark Daly. Maravita, you will never know. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Take check out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. And let's start first with, a near disaster last night over on a Disney cruise ship. That's right. When you take a look at this story, it's true. Apparently, 2 were rescued after going overboard on a Disney cruise. A young girl went overboard, if I remember correctly, and dad followed. And according to a passenger, the man was the child's father, and believe it or not, they got picked up in the ocean, and thank goodness for that. The Disney cruise went into action to pull these folks out of the water, saving their lives after what was nearly a disaster. I guess the child fell from a 4th-level balcony, and NBC News has the entire story if you're interested, or we probably will talk about it on the Pro Show or on That Park Place Live. Coming up next with Morning Magic. We got Apple finally having a box office hit. That's right, monster earnings for F1. They are going to keep making films more aggressively now, and having a distribution deal with Warner Brothers is going to help. It's going to make them more and more money. Speaking of things that may or may not make money, it's, James Gunn's take on Wonder Woman. thinking Adria Arjona, I don't know how to say her name. She'd be a great Wonder Woman. Okay. I don't see it, but okay. I still think you should stick with Gal Gadot, but that's just me. Speaking of things that are also just me, I feel like we dodged like a barrage of bullets since they decided to take the extra year to remove all the stuff that was supposed to make this film queer. Not that anybody went to see it anyway, because it was a disaster beginning to end, but wouldn't this have made it more of a disaster and alienated the American family and painted a bigger target on itself as the Disney company has come to be known as the anti-family, anti-American company now? Not good, folks. Not good. We got country singer Gavin Adcock slamming Beyonce's Cowboy Carter, saying that's not country music. Sorry, I have to clean up the language a little bit. And maybe he's right. Maybe they're just trying to get Grammys in every category to give her some uniqueness. At a certain point, you got to get tired of the people seeking accolades for accolades' sake, and I think Beyonce is one of those. Speaking of thinking things, Earthquake is teaming up with fellow Bill Burr for a multi-camera comedy in the works at Fox, which tells you, Fox is not interested in making good television. Yeah, that's right. I think Bill Burr has had his 15 minutes of fame, and he probably is no longer anybody should pay attention to, but that's just me. And this Earthquake fella, as much as I love comedy, never heard of him. I do know that the Supreme Court is taking on some major labels' billion-dollar copyright case against Cox Media. We'll have to see how that goes and whether or not Cox can actually, be held liable for anything. This is going to be weird, especially with recent decisions about AI and other stuff. But hey, that's what it is. Donald Trump, CBS Paramount say that they're this close to being done with advanced negotiations to settle the 60 Minutes lawsuit. Ask judge to halt proceedings until July 3, which means we may see this as early as Thursday, maybe Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. And I think we'll talk about that later today as well. We've got, there we go. Trump returning to the Hall of Presidents in very secretive nature, very quietly. There was no advance notice, comment, and even the cast members didn't know they were going to be working the attraction that day. The Senate GOP bill, the tax bill specifically, the big beautiful bill, could crush wind and solar power, advocates say. AP reports a lot of opinion and newswire stuff as actual news. Again, they are, compromised like nobody's business and not really a newswire anymore. They're a propaganda wire, and they love to talk about things that maybe don't even have a possible resolution that anybody would be interested in, like this case of Lululemon against Costco, claiming that the company is selling dupes of some of its products, meaning they went to the same manufacturer and had them make the same garment, just without the Lululemon label, which, as far as I know, is not against the law. It's very unethical, but hey, it is what it is. Starmer faces down a revolt over welfare reform after a troubled first year, not to mention the fact that they keep having things, slid under the rug by the state-owned media. This guy is a communist. He just hasn't said so as of yet, and his government is in terrible trouble with the constituency. They don't seem to like him very much. Supreme Court to decide whether shutting down Michigan pipeline is a state or federal fight. It's actually a federal issue, to be fair, because it speaks to national security and energy stability and security. So I think Michigan's going to lose on this one real soon. The tech industry tried reducing AI's pervasive bias, which means it relies heavily on facts, and they don't like that. They want their feelings to be conveyed with the new thing that they've decided to throw at everybody. And finally, a couple of bear stories. A bear was tagged in Ohio's Ashtabula County as researchers aim to learn about the species expanding their range and their numbers. The area there has been home to about 50 to 100 individual bears, but the numbers may be more, and they need to find that out. And finally, a bear family in California backyard try to help cub with a head stuck in a container as they try to get this little fella's head out of that little soda bottle container there. Pretty wild, to be fair. That's a whole family saying, hey, let's get this plastic thing off your head, you silly goose. Wow. Anyway, lots of fun stuff today in the bear world. Eventually, the container is removed from the bear's head. So they in the early story, it's not made very clear whether or not it was removed, saying, unfortunately, it's unknown. It was removed later, just FYI. On that note, we've got a lot of gifties and other things happening in the chat that I need to acknowledge and say thank you for. Angela Richter. That's right. The great Angela is back along with her tiger, and she dropped a Culture Casino membership. I just want to say thank you to Angela for the gifty. That's right. Hey, I can do it again. And I really appreciate that there is, what is it? A gifty in the chat. That's right. And of course, we've got, we got another gifty here. Of course, we will take a look at a super chat from our friend Dean Krantz, who says, Gal is nearly 40. If Gunn is really serious, he will get a young actress to play Wonder Woman. Linda Carter was 25 when she was cast. Yeah, but I think that, again, he just wants diversity in any of his roles. And this is going to be a problem with Gunn, is he's going to try to live inside these checkbox mafia rules, and we're going to get less than stellar things. But hey, I mean, in the things that I recognize her from, she's not bad. At least she seems to be able to act, unlike Scarlett Johansson, who's literally killing that dinosaur movie. We got Ruby Hoove gifting a Culture Casino membership today. Thank you for that, gifty. And of course, that went to Beach Dad. And the Hoove gifted a Culture Casino membership as well to Jay. All right. Thank you very much, the Hooves. We appreciate you and your generosity, and for you being here each and every day like clockwork. Thank you, my friends. It means the world to me. Hampton, thank you for your commentary this morning on today's video. If you haven't seen today's video, you have time. Well, maybe you have time after, before the HCast, your favorite afternoon, evening podcast, which is coming up later today. That's right. And we've got everybody else out there, and Commander Ed Straker of Shadow reminding me to make burritos and tacos on this Tuesday. On that note, we need to get out of here. We got about 5 minutes before the beginning of That Park Place Live for some morning magic. And Tom F. Time? Who has time? I don't know. But thank you for being one of the great moderators out there, along with Jed, who's keeping the Discord running right now. I've got to tell you, the new channel is going great guns. If you have not subscribed to Campione Reacts, well, I'm sad. Please do that right now before you join us for That Park Place Live for Morning Magic. I need you to. I need that right now. I need that channel to be massive. I need you to share this stream, share the dream. That's right. We are going to conquer the world, Culturians, and we become the dominant cult of the future. Wow. I sound like somebody that's going to be in Tron, don't I? On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, Wizard Dance.